One tower, two towering haircuts, and a very big adventure.
Go, Jedward!
Jedward are about to give an unsuspecting group of sightseers a tour they'll never forget. They'll go head-to-head to see who will be the best tour guide. But on the way, there'll be a few nasty surprises. So, who will get their facts straight?
No, less than 2 hours.
And who will be locked in the stocks?
Come with us, there's so much to discover. Christmas dance with me and my brother. We'll dig up things that will freak you out, 'cause this is Jedward's big adventure. Be a tour guide, there's so much to do. There's a whole planet out there and it's just for you. You never know what you find, it will mess with your mind. It's a hair-raising trailblazer, totally wild. Amazing Jedward's big adventure.
The United Kingdom, a place of great beauty, rich in history. So, who better to bestow this knowledge on future generations than... Jedward?
We used too much dynamite.
The twins have decided to leave their megastar lifestyles behind to try and become the UK's best tour guide. Their challenge is simple: to visit our biggest attractions and compete with each other to give the best tour. Each with help from a celebrity friend. All they have to do now is find their first location. Easy.
I don't believe it! We're lost again! John, Edward, our CBC careers are in ruins, and it's all because we can't find the Tower of London! John, we're right here! Look! We made it! I knew we could make it! Yeah! We're at the tower! We're at the Tower of London! Yeah! John, this is it! This is our mission! Dear Jedward, in just 24 hours' time, you'll each have to give a group of tourists a guided tour around the Tower of London. But we don't know anything about the Tower of London. At the end of the day, the tourists will be tested to see which of you has taught them the most. Whoever has given them the worst tour will have to face the stocks and prepare for a drenching. To help you in this challenging mission, you'll be assisted by two celebrities. By two celebrities that know everything about the Tower of London? No, Joe Swash and Brian Dowling. Yay! It's Joe Swash and Brian Dowling! Hello, guys. Okay, it's great to have you guys on our show. We got one question for you guys. What do you guys know about the Tower of London?
Well, it's a tower.
Yeah, that's right. And I think it's in London.
It is.
Yeah.
Guys, we're gonna go ask the experts. So you guys relax, while we go get the facts.
Oh, we like it. I like it. Relax when I get the facts. It rhymes.
We're at the tower. We're in the tower.
Yeah!
The boys are off to discover all there is to know about the tower. For tomorrow's tour, they'll be separated. John will team up with Brian and Edward with Joe.
Look, here's an information map. Explore the tower. Look, John, we are here.
Today is John and Edward's only chance to get the all-important tower facts before tomorrow, when they compete to give the best guided tour.
Edward, if we don't get these facts right, then the tour will be a disaster. Yours is gonna be a disaster. No, mine's not. No. I'm gonna win. Edward, I'm gonna win you.
Right now, they must find the experts and get the info. And who better to ask than one of the tower's famous beefeaters, otherwise known as a yeoman warder.
What's a yeoman? Like yeoman?
Let me correct you, boys. I am the Chief Yeoman Warder of Her Majesty's Royal Palace and Fortress, the Tower of London.
I'm Edward Peter Anthony Kevin Patrick Grimes. And I'm John Paul Henry Dan Richard Grimes, and together we are Jedward.
If anyone can tell Jedward about the tower, the yeoman warders can. They've been protecting it for centuries, so they really know their stuff. There are 37 of them in total, including Moira, the only female yeoman. Or should that be yo-woman? I don't know.
John, Moira, we know you guys are called yeomen, but why is your nickname Beef Eaters? Do you guys eat loads of beef?
It's simply a nickname.
Beef Eaters.
Some people think it's because beef was once a luxury only the king could eat, and that he offered down some of his beef to his loyal guards, possibly as payment or rations.
Hello, Edward, stop daydreaming, okay? We gotta listen to what John has to say.
It takes a yeoman warder years to become a tower expert. Jedward have just 24 hours. So what other facts can they get from Chief Yeoman John for their tours tomorrow?
Tell us about the Tower of London. There's loads of towers going on here.
It's a total of 21 towers that we have here that make up the Tower of London. This is the original White Tower.
Over there.
In 1078, it was started by William the Conqueror.
What, William the Conqueror? Do you play like conquerors? You know, conquerors, you really get the string, you conquerors, you really conquer?
No, not at all. He was a Norman king who came over from France, but he wanted to show people how strong he was. So he ordered the White Tower to be built. But it wasn't big enough for Richard the Lionheart, and under his reign, the Tower of London doubled in size. But that still wasn't big enough for Henry III. With a load of rebellious barons on his back, he made the tower the mightiest castle in the country. More kings came along and added more towers. And then Henry VIII made it even grander by adding on some royal chambers. The tower was getting bigger and bigger. Mind you, it wasn't the only one. By the end of his life, he weighed over 20 stone and was so fat he had to be winched into bed.
Edward, okay? I was having a vision, okay? Let's go see some more.
So, to recap, one tower plus another 2 towers and a king and another king, some more towers, some chambers and living quarters. Oh, so much to remember for tomorrow. But there's still more they need to know.
Even though there's 21 towers, it is still called the Tower of London, when it should be called the Towers of London.
John and Edward must remember everything they're told, as the winner will be decided when the tourists take a test.
Come on, let's go!
And the boys have no idea which questions the tourists will be asked. But now, they're off to find another yeoman. He's in the torture chamber. Oh, this should be interesting.
So what's all this?
This is some of the instruments of torture we used at the tower.
Torture? That sounds so scary. This is about torture!
That's the manacles, where they would hang you up on the wall and just let your body weight pull you down. Of course, you've got the rack here, where they would stretch you.
Like an elastic band?
No, elastic bands go back. When you're stretched on that, you don't go back. Your shoulder joints would break. They'd break your knee joints, and you'd hear the crunch of your bones cracking as the rack was slowly turning. Crunch, crunch, crunch. The prisoner would be put on the rack, their arms and legs tied to 2 rollers. Then using a crank, the torture would slowly stretch the prisoner. It was agony. Limbs would be dislocated or broken, or sometimes even torn off altogether. Even if the prisoner survived, their limbs were often stretched and damaged so much they were completely useless.
That was horrible. Who's the most famous person stretched?
Probably Guy Fawkes.
Who was Guy Fawkes?
Guy Fawkes was the man that tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament. We celebrate it every year on November the 5th. Guy Fawkes night.
You have like all the fireworks.
That's right. But he was brought here. He was put on the rack, lasted less than 2 hours. And once he was off the rack, of course, execution. To give you some idea of what it was like to go in the rack, that is his signature before he went on the rack.
Before he went on the rack.
That's his autograph after he'd been on the rack.
That looks nothing like that. He must have been in so much pain. Like,
The boys are already halfway through their mission to discover all there is to know about the Tower of London.
Let's go!
Tomorrow, they must bring these stories to life with the help of their celebrity friends, Brian Dowling and Joe Swash.
How do you think they're getting on? I don't know. I think I'm slightly concerned.
Ed, okay, I'm not sure I'll get all the facts right, okay? Like, torture's crazy, okay? What else crazy? I don't know, okay? I learned that, like, William the Conqueror came here.
I don't want to be put in the stocks.
I don't
I'd
either.
rather you.
You're going down. Like, you're going down. You're going down.
If you lose, you're going in the stocks.
I'm not going to lose.
Brian and Joe are relying on the boys to gather all the tower facts, or they'll also be locked in the stocks. There's no time to waste. Focus, boys! You're about to meet another beefeater.
Hey, Brian, okay, we're here to find out about the Ravens case. So what are the Ravens case? It means our amazing ravers. I don't think he means ravens, okay? I think he means birds.
I certainly do. Yes, these are ravens. They're basically the largest bird in the crow family, but certainly the most intelligent.
So why are the ravens here?
Well, they're here actually because of a very, very old and important legend. which states that the kingdom, that's Great Britain to you and me, will fall if the ravens ever leave the Tower of London. Charles II even made a royal decree that 6 ravens must be kept at the tower at all times. The order has been respected ever since, even though the ravens can sometimes be trouble. One of our ravens, Raven George, was sacked because he kept eating television aerials, while another, Raven Grog, used to run off and go to the pub.
Edit, okay? Let's go find out what the ravens eat. Yeah, let's go. Were you daydreaming? Whoa! Size of that bird. Whoa, it's like a big bird. Look, we got food for you. Mooney, come here and take your lunchbox. Look, nice hearts. Ugh, hearts. Jaya, they're eating hearts. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, the reason for that is they're carnivorous birds.
What's carnivorous?
Carnivorous, it means that they're meat eaters. They eat meat.
What's a bird called that eats vegetables?
A bird, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
For their tours tomorrow, the stories John and Edward have been told will be divvied up between them, ravens included. But who gets first dibs?
I bagsy the story on the ravens. No, I bags that story. Who said you could bagsy it? Who said you could bagsy it? Who said you could bagsy it? But I want to say it tomorrow. Yeah, but I'm saying it.
Oh, this could go on forever. But hang on, boys, there's still so much more you need to know. These animals, for instance. Time to find out from a lady with the info. This is the lady.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, I'm Rebecca.
Say hello to Jedcam.
Hi, Jedcam.
Rebecca, you're so cool.
I'm here to tell you all about the animals that used to live at the tower.
Yeah.
In what was called the menagerie. It was like a royal zoo. We had lions, we had tigers, we had llamas, parrots. Medieval kings used to give each other rare and unusual animals as presents. And no one really knew how to treat them. A leopard used to steal umbrellas and hats from anyone stupid enough to get close and would wee on them. When a monkey tore a boy's leg, they moved the menagerie out of the tower and into Regent's Park, where it's known today as London Zoo.
Those animals are so cool. Yeah, I want an imaginary. It's a menagerie. A menagerie.
Weeing leopards and violent monkeys. How will John or Edward tell that story in their tour, I wonder? Oh, no, not there. That's the Queen's house. I don't think you should be going in there. People have been beheaded for less. Let's hope the boys don't lose their heads.
Go Jedward! Yeah, go Jedward!
That can't happen nowadays anyway, can it? Time to meet our last expert. Look out, he's got a massive axe.
So, Yeoman, what is the Traitor's Gate?
Well, what you see there is probably the most famous, or should I say infamous, gates in history. Traitor's Gate. 7 prisoners came in through this gate and were beheaded inside the Tower of London. These people were accused or convicted of treason, one of which was the famous prisoner, Queen Anne Boleyn. Henry VIII married Anne Boleyn in 1533, but just 3 years later, she fell out of favour and was sent here as his prisoner. She never left. Not that she was the last of Henry VIII's wives to meet a grisly end at the Tower. In 1542, Catherine Howard, his 5th wife, was executed here as well.